Hello, my people, I greet you to this channel. Today our video is to show you the nicest and populous city of the world. Please don't forget to subscribe and share.
New York, often called New York City NYC, is the most populous city in the United States. It is located at the southern tip of New York State on one of the world's largest natural harbors. The city comprises 5 boroughs, each coextensive with its respective county. The city is the geographical and demographic center of both the Northeast megalopolis and the New York metropolitan area, the largest metropolitan area in the United States by both population and urban area. New York is a global center of finance 13 and commerce, culture, technology 14, entertainment and media, academics and scientific output 15, the arts and fashion, and as home to the headquarters of the United Nations International Diplomacy, with an estimated population in July.
Times Square is a major commercial intersection, tourist destination, entertainment hub, and neighborhood in the Midtown Manhattan section of New York City. It is formed by the junction of Broadway, 7th Avenue, and 42nd Street. Together with adjacent Duffy Square, Times Square is a boaty-shaped plaza 5 blocks long between 42nd and 47th Streets. Times Square is brightly lit by numerous digital billboards and advertisements, as well as businesses offering 24/7 service. One of the world's busiest pedestrian intersections, it is also the hub of the theater district, where most Broadway theaters are located, and a major center of the world's entertainment industry. Times Square is one of the world's most visited tourist attractions, drawing an estimated 50 million visitors annually. Approximately 330,000 people pass through Times Square daily, many of them tourists, while over 460,000 pedestrians walk through Times Square on its busiest days. The Times Square 42nd Street and 42nd Street Port Authority bus terminal stations have
Central Park is an urban park between the Upper West Side and Upper East Side neighborhoods of Manhattan and New York City, and the first landscape park in the United States. It is the 6th largest park in the city, containing 843 acres, 341 hectares, and the most visited urban park in the United States, with an estimated 42 million visitors annually as of 2016. Central Park is owned by the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation, but has been managed by the Central Park Conservancy since 1998, under a contract with the government of New York City in a public-private partnership. The Conservancy, a non-profit organization, sets Central Park's annual operating budget and is responsible for care of the park. Was first proposed in the 1840s, and a 778-acre, 315 hectares park approved in 1853. In 1858, landscape architects Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux won a design competition for the park with their greensward plan. Construction began in 1857. Existing structures, including a majority black settlement named Seneca Village, were seized through eminent domain and razed. The park's first areas were opened to the public in late 1858. Additional land at the northern end of Central Park was purchased in 1859, and the park was completed in 1876 after a period of decline in the early 20th century. New York City Parks Commissioner Robert Moses started a program to clean up Central Park in the 1930s. The Central Park Conservancy, created in 1980 to combat further deterioration in the late 20th century, refurbished many parts of the park starting in the 1980s. The park's main attractions include the Ramblin' Lake, Hallett Nature Sanctuary, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir, Sheep Meadow, Wallman Rink, Central Park Carousel, Central Park Zoo, Central Park Mall, Bethesda Terrace, and the Della Corte Theater. A biologically diverse ecosystem There's several hundred species. Of flora and fauna, recreational activities include carriage horse and bicycle tour, bicycling, sports facilities, and concerts and events such as Shakespeare in the Park. Central Park is traversed by a system of roads and walkways and is served by public transportation. Central Park is one of the most filmed locations in the world. Its design has inspired that of other parks. It was designated as a National Historic Landmark in 1963 and a New York City Scenic Landmark in 1974. Central Park incorporates a system of pedestrian walkways, scenic drives, bridle paths, and transverse roads to aid traffic circulation. 377, and it is easily accessible via several subway stations and bus routes. 481.
6th Avenue, also known as Avenue of the Americas, is a major thoroughfare in the New York City borough of Manhattan. The avenue is commercial for much of its length, and traffic runs northbound or uptown. 6th Avenue begins 4 blocks below Canal Street, at Franklin Street in Tribeca, where the northbound Church Street divides into 6th Avenue to the left and the local continuation of Church Street to the right, which then ends at Canal Street. From this beginning, 6th Avenue traverses SoHo and Greenwich Village, roughly divides Chelsea from the Flatiron District and Nomad, passes through the Garment District and skirts the edge of the Theater District while passing through Midtown Manhattan. Although it is officially named Avenue of the Americas, this name is seldom used by New Yorkers. 6th Avenue's northern end is at Central Park South, adjacent to the Artists Gate entrance to Central Park via Center Drive. Historically, 6th Avenue was also the name of the road that continued north of Central Park, but that segment was renamed Lenox Avenue in 1887 and co-named Malcolm X Boulevard in 1987. I can't generate new images, but here's how 6th Avenue, Avenue of the Americas, in New York typically looks. A wide, busy avenue lined with tall skyscrapers, both commercial and office towers. Lots of glass, steel, and modern architecture, mixed with older stone buildings. Traffic, buses, taxis, and pedestrians all share the street. Street trees, sidewalks, and storefronts along the ground level. You'll often see large digital billboards, signage, and corporate logos on building facades. If you like, I can fetch a few images right now and show you a gallery so you can see exactly what it looks like